Content warning. The following video may contain content harmful or traumatizing to some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Fair use. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing.
Hey guys, what's going on? Had the day off, so I figured I'd make another rant video. Lately, I just have had zero motivation to do anything. I've just been tired, out of energy, really not caring all that much to do anything. Probably like sort of a depression going on right now. It's just like, every day I'm trying to make sense of reality. Reality's this thing that's impossible to make sense of. And if you try to make sense of it, you end up becoming a crazy person in the reality, and you get labeled that way, you get talked about that way, you get looked at that way. And we say that a lot, but I really don't experience that all that often. Honestly, when I speak my mind or my truth, a lot of times people agree with me. They don't always go. I don't always have this opposition in actual reality. Again, I don't know if that's a location thing, but I say whatever the fuck I want to say, and yeah, it's gotten me in trouble quite a few times with the YouTubes or whatever, but I don't really give a fuck, dude. It's like, it is what it is at the end of the day. Like, I'm not going to not be me. I'm not going to put on the mask. Again, like I said, I almost, with my arrogance and anger and frustration with the realm, got me and my brother kicked off of a fucking flight. And to be honest, I was so conflicted on that flight because I was forced to wear a fucking mask, and during the whole bullshit that was going on, and I did cause a little bit of a scene, and I was a little bit of an asshole, but it's like they were living in my reality at that point. And it's like I was a little bit aggressive and a jerk, but I don't give a fuck. These monsters were literally telling me to wear a mask like a fucking dog. And my brother Tom was able to talk me down and talk sense into me. I was very angry. I don't usually get angry like that, but there's something about people trying to restrict my movement or my freedom that drives me crazy. That's like the William Wallace comes right out of me. Like the dude that's willing to lie down on the table and get tortured just to scream out the word freedom comes out of me. It's like, don't ever tell me what to do, you little fucking disgusting demons. You work for the Archon demon, the Lucifer, the Satan, and you're like proud of it, wearing your stupid little uniform with your stupid little badges in your cult. I'm just like, ugh, God, I hate this reality. I'm sorry, guys. I just have to be honest. I love humans, even though God, they'll let you down. They will let you down, but I love human beings, and I see a bunch of humans, whether they're all sold, whether some of them are, I don't know, I don't care. I see a bunch of humans. I mean, I do care, but I can't know. Like, there's no way that I could figure it out. But I see a bunch of humans, which again, I love people, subjected to a realm of slavery. Again, when somebody's infringing on my freedom in person, I can do something about it. Again, I looking back now, I should have just put on that stupid little fucking thing and bit my lip and bit my ego, because it wasn't just affecting me, it was affecting somebody else. And I always say that, or I believe that, if your actions have a negative effect on somebody else, you shouldn't be committing them. And in that position, I was putting my brother in a very odd situation. He also didn't want to wear the masks. He was just as arrogant as me, to be honest with you. We were both walking around with our masks down. We just didn't give a fuck. And but on the plane, he was like, "Dude, we got to take this flight. Like, we still have to get home." And it's like, anyways, there's a warrior inside of me that hates being told what to do by other beings that are all just as equal as I am. Like, nobody in this reality, in my eyes, I don't care how much money or fame or whatever you got that makes you feel important. To me, you're right there with me, motherfucker. You ain't nobody better and ain't nobody worse than me. People, just because some human beings in the realm have this obsession with control, that they need to control other people, and they project that out in the realm. Not everybody's like these fucking degenerates. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everybody's obsessed with power or control or blah, blah, blah. That creates a sort of class system in right off the bat. You want to control other people right off the bat. That's like, that's slavery. And what, it's two companies in the whole world, BlackRock and Vanguard, that own everything. It's like, and you guys think this is a balanced system, this slave realm we're in? Like, it had to be this way? Like, you guys couldn't see a better place for humanity's wealth to go than to just two companies that sit on it and never progress anywhere. Except for more just internal growth. Like, that's it. More, power, control. Just, like, what, obsessed humans? Like, what, humanity's being controlled by psychopaths? Like, people that should be on 60 Minutes, like, in a fucking straitjacket, telling the story about how they were obsessed with being weird and control freaks and blah, blah. Like, if the reality made sense, these people would have been caught, locked up 1,000,000 years ago. These people would have been caught, busted, and locked up, these evil doers. They got the judges in their back pockets. Like, not everybody's like that. There would be, what are they called? Mercenaries. There would be tons of different groups and people doing stuff. We are controlled on a level that's much deeper than people think. Much deeper than, oh, it was just in the programming we watched growing up. We are being controlled to the point you could say life has become almost scripted. We're being very controlled in this reality. I don't know how to explain it. I mean, well, if I sat and thought about it, I mean, I could probably write a book about it, but we're being controlled. A lot of, you say, oh, they've done this and they've done that, and look, and testosterone's down, but it's like, we're being controlled on a level that's got nothing to do with your hormones. Of course, maybe they are destroying the hormones, all that, to make guys softer, weaker, more higher levels of estrogen, less manly to even think to fight back. Maybe there is all that going on as well, because, like I said, we're under attack, and that's a bold statement to make. It's like, guys, look at the state of fucking humanity. Like, and anyways, it's very frustrating. This reality, from my perspective as the observer creature, is very fucking frustrating. Nothing makes sense. Nothing adds up. Nothing I don't agree with. Anytime I hear anything, period, that comes from like a place of authority, it's like, what? It's like, we're going to donate $20 billion to this fund that she teaches these whatevers about this whatever. And it's like, what? Have you been to LA? Like, have you been to Skid Row? Like, have you been to the fucking hood? Like, why are you, like, this world is a piece of shit. All that money goes to nothing. And that's what's sad too. If you actually research into these projects where they're sending all this money, you find out that they built like some shack in some random neighborhood that nobody's ever even there attending to. And that's where the project is that took $20 billion. It's like, no, it goes into their back pockets because they're a bunch of crooked ass fucking psychopathic Mad Max fucking weirdo thieves obsessed with power and blah, blah, blah. I don't know what else. I would call them external, I would call them the physical manifestation of the mind virus happening in the realm right in front of us. Technology does not come from humanity. Technology is the physical manifestation of the mind virus working through human minds so that its ideas and thoughts and technologies could reach into the reality. There's a quote out of the Bible that the best, I think it's out of the Bible, I don't know, I've heard the quote a million times, the best trick the devil ever did was convince people he doesn't exist. And it's like this thing's sort of doing that, whatever this mind virus thing is. We're actually in a war right now, and it's done such a good job at mind controlling people that they aren't even aware of it. They aren't even aware they're being attacked. Most people. This is a very small community we're talking about here that even thinks this type of way. You know what I'm saying? So, like, let's be honest. Not well, actually, I can't. I've watched quite a few mainstream type YouTube channels too, like large channels that get millions and millions of views, and I actually see a lot of people talking about simulation theory. I know the bells have gone off, boys. Here come the popos. Fucking, that's an ambulance, but what was I think I lost my train of thought. One sec, guys. Yeah, guys, pretty much I already made the point, was that even much larger channels are contemplating like soul trap theory, even not just simulation reality, but soul trap reality. I've heard that on much larger channels. So it's actually not a small community thinking about the stuff. I would say maybe it's a small community that's been thinking about this shit and is trying to take it more serious. I would say that, or that actually believe it. I would say that it's a smaller community. A lot of people are hearing that, but they probably don't feel trapped. It's how aware are they? How conscious are they? How many different aspects of reality have they looked into to try to figure this place out? Like how deep of a thinker are they? Not everybody's that way. Most people just want to get up, and we could call them NPCs, or we could say that that's just how most people are. They want to get up. They want a structured reality. Get up, go to work, a regimented. Most people want that, I think. I mean, or they act that way, or they're okay with it. Or they pretend that they're okay with it. A lot of people do that kind of stupid shit. But well, okay, this was a rant. I was trying to remember the point of this video, but I think it's just a rant. But yeah, it's just okay. So I get up day to day, and I do my simulation, or what did I say? It was a work simulator. This reality. Actually, what if I was thinking about? I can't remember if I left a comment talking about it, but was that this is a life simulator, right? Like your existence is scripted. Like you're going to have the existence that you were going to have anyways, because you're a sort of scripted creature, right? Like you already know exactly what you're going to do in all situations. There is no situation that's going to catch you by surprise unless it's a completely new one that you've never thought of. But if I were to say, what would you do if a person started coming into your bedroom window? Oh, what would you do? You're going to do that 10 times out of 10 times. You're not going to do a different thing on number 8 or 7 or 6. You're going to do it the exact same thing. You are a sort of scripted creature to a degree. You can change those scripts, I think, but anyways, what was the point that I was trying to make? The reality was scripted. It is. It's very scripted. But the what if is that we chose to play a character that isn't us, just to experience what it's like to not be us. And that's why we're so conflicted a lot of the times, because the avatar creature not completely isn't us, but it may have animalistic or primal things, or just bad habits, or just things that you as a soul creature are uninterested in, but it's interested in. And we're conflicted about that. I think to the point that some people still feel so uncomfortable in their own skin that they think that they're like a woman when they're really a man, or vice versa. It's like it really fucks with people on a deeper level too. But what was the point of this? I'm sorry, one sec, guys. Oh, but yeah, I was just, the what if was that would be like a next level video game where you just take on the role of something that was already going to happen, that isn't even you. It's just scripted that way that it was going to happen. And that would be an interesting experience, I would say, or a video game. You can't call it a video game. It's not like we're jumping on turtles' heads here and pew, 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 and like crystals are popping out or something. Like there's no video game thing happening here, but experience, you could say. The human experience. Yeah, and then there was something else that I wanted to talk about. Was that like what do you guys watch my channel for? A lot of people watch it like just to have somebody to relate to, somebody that thinks kind of the same way that they do, and it helps some people like that. For them, it's like a therapy session. Some comments have said like, "Man, you're my therapy" or whatever, which is really cool. But if you're coming, I just wanted to put this out there. Like, if you're coming to my channel for truth, what does that even mean? Like, explain to me, what is the truth? Oh, 1 + 1 is 2. It's like, there's the truth. And there are mathematical truths. There are certain truths, too. Like, I could say my name is Chris Sedaris, and that's a truth. My name isn't Mike Myers, you know what I'm saying? It's Chris Sedaris. So, okay, there are truths, but if you're coming to my channel for the truths, like, what is this place? Why are we here? What are we supposed to do here? Why does reality feel like a suffering realm? Why does reality feel like it's almost denigrated in a way? Not denigrated, what's the word I look for? It's manufactured. It's manufactured in a way, when you observe it properly, that in a way to degrade the human being. Like, it didn't even have to be a negative reality. That doesn't make any sense. It's like, seriously, a conscious 12-year-old could have made a better system than the one that we're in that would have caused a lot less suffering. Like, why don't we put our vegetation specialists to use in our reality? Why is there always $20 billion going to a project that doesn't do anything, but could probably cause more conflict and frustration and annoyance and loosh, whatever? Like, why didn't that 20 billion go to, okay, our best growth specialists are going to go into this forest. How big's the Amazon? Like, anyways, like, or any forest. It don't matter. Just an open land, and they're going to start, boom, boom, boom. They're going to grow a forest built this way. Like, nobody's figured it out yet. Like that, when you grow nitrogen plants next to these types of plants, it's actually good for those plants. But weeds aren't always bad. And, if you grow the plants in the right order, like a perennial forest, that they will grow next to certain plants. It's like, why haven't we? This is all knowledge that exists in humanity. Why hasn't this been implemented? We ain't even talking about 20 billion. We're talking about, that could be like $1 million project. That could be like a $1 million project. And it could feed mass amounts of people. Man, if you guys can't see it, what do I gotta say? It's like, God, dude, just take the fucking, the helmet off. This is an illusion, this fucking reality. It doesn't have to be this way. How can I explain it? I think I just did. There's never a positive thing done for humanity. $100 trillion to go to this space thing. I mean, if I have to get into detail about that and how that's a cartoon to you, you're probably watching the wrong channel. Hopefully you've figured that out yourself by now. How is that beneficial to humanity? Why is that our money going towards this? It's like we're at the whim of some other psychopath's weird obsessions. And it's like, why are we still listening to this fucking dickhead? This obvious, bizarre, weirdo psychopath. I call it the mind virus reaching into humanity. I know that sounds crazy. I don't know how else to describe it. It's like an entity that coexists with humanity that can whisper into the subconscious of all humans, and it knows them better than they know themselves. Once you're aware of it, it does. Okay, I'll say it doesn't like to be known. That it doesn't like to be caught. It don't like you knowing. Once you're aware of the mind virus, I think that the mind virus doesn't completely stop coming around. It doesn't completely, but it sort of stops coming around. And it doesn't like being called out. It doesn't like being called a liar. It doesn't like absolutely. If you research it, if you're into that kind of stuff, if you're into psychology, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And anyways, so I had watched an interview of some dude. I can tell you guys exactly what he looks like, but I can't. I don't know his name. But it was an interview, and he said that we were in the opposite realm, that we were in the realm that shouldn't exist, and that right there, that theory makes way more sense than the one I was indoctrinated to believe my whole life, was that we were created by this loving God. You know, something bad happened, that angel decided he wanted to be evil and do this, but now we're in this weird situation that just never ends, and somebody has to constantly keep experiencing it. Oh, those poor souls. It's unfortunate God can't do anything to help them, but, you know. Like, I was just in this weird, indoctrinated cult way of thinking, cultish. Like, what the fuck am I? Well, I would say, if you do plant medicines and stuff like that, be careful. It may change your worldview. If you meditate deeply, be careful. It may change your worldview. Like, if you like your worldview, if you're comfortable there, okay, that's fine. But know that there may be. I can't speak for everybody. I speak sometimes like my experiences for everybody, and maybe I'm wrong. But there may be a real motherfucking person inside of you that's the real you, that doesn't even agree with any of that indoctrination or weird beliefs, that actually looks at them and goes, what the fuck? Why am I believing this? But you almost look at it as childlike behavior if you become conscious of it while you're in it. Anyways, I sort of resent a lot of religious beliefs because it really just keeps people stagnant is what it does. It's like, oh, things will get better and they will pay in the end. And for the resentful ones like me, they will pay in the end. They'll burn. Oh, it gives us our little... For the other ones that just need to know tomorrow for them is going to be okay. They just got to pray and know it's going to be okay. It's just like this weird... I mean, when I talk about it now, it actually upsets me to a degree. It's like, man, I hope they're okay. Like, are they aware that they're delusional or whatever? Like, not delusional. I mean, there's a lot of shit to back up the book too, but I would say that the book, the religions, all of it is part of the realm that stays stagnant in a suffering realm, a meaningless suffering realm that never progresses or goes forward for the unfortunate participants that are forced to slave in it. You know, like that's. It's like, when are the good guys ever going to actually exist? When are they going to prove their worth in the realm? Oh no, it just stays a suffering realm the whole time. Your body's going to fall apart and wither away. Everybody you love's body is going to fall apart and wither away. Everybody and everything. That includes dogs, cats, iguanas, fucking sugar gliders, any other weird shit people like to have. They're all going to die and wither away. And the very thought of that, right there, the brain, my brain, I feel the shift in energy in my brain when I think a thought like that. It's almost like my brain's job to say, no, that's not true. No, like, there must be a cloud out there that I float to, and pearly gates and, or, you know, white robed people with beards and staffs for some reason. It's like everyone looks like a wizard. You know, and there's going to be this place for me to go where just I feel love and no judgment and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh, my brain. I felt that shift in energy again, didn't I? This time I went back to the pussy boy room. I'm sorry, guys. I have to tell it how it is. This time the brain went back to the pussy boy room where I'm in my mental comfort zone. I've created this mental comfort zone. Yeah, this is what's really good. God loves me, and every day I gotta watch everything and everybody I love suffer and die, and this is such a great experience. It's like it turns into slime and melts away. It's just like, ugh, what the fuck is going on, bro? This place is a dookie boy realm is what it really is. I'm sorry, bro. Dookie boy realm. I'm sorry. That's funny. That's a weird thing to call it. Actually, that's funny. I love hearing people say that, to be honest with you guys. I left a comment on some other video that I'd watched. It might even be the one that I was talking about. I can't remember. I left a comment somewhere that wasn't my channel, and somebody else had said something of like the Dookie Boy realm in their reply to my comment, like they had known my channel. And I love that shit, but this is the Dookie. I don't know how else to say, guys. Like this, the shitty ass. It's a shit ass realm. It's a realm full of diarrhea and misery and suffering, and not just suffering. Like suffering's okay. Like unnecessary or an unbearable amount of suffering is not okay. At some point, that becomes torturous to the individual suffering it. It's no longer just a normal experience, a happy experience, a good experience. Like I'll say, there's way more evidence to back up that it's a bad realm than there is evidence to back up it's a good realm. And I've looked into every important facet of life, called the medical industry. I've looked into that. I looked into the educational industry. I've looked into the political system. I've looked into all of it. A lot of different subjects. I'm disappointed every time. And I'm not an unreasonable guy. I'm not this like always want to see negative. I see negative because that's what's happening. Like I want good to happen, but it's never a good, like when it comes to the education system, they're being indoctrinated. When it comes to the medical system, you guys are being totally destroyed, raped, and bombarded by brain-altering chemicals. When it comes to, I wouldn't even have my baby in a medical facility, to be honest with you. I'd be afraid of that cult at this point. More people die in hospitals than anywhere else. When you look into the political system, my goodness, if you want to lose your fucking mind, go ahead and look into the political system. If you're still tapped into human emotions and getting aroused by the stupidity of the Matrix circus show, go and look into political system, and you'll fucking want to just walk around angry 24/7 in the political. And that's why these subjects aren't talked about in hush hush. It's just all distractions. What's sad to me, it's not the distractions. I expect evil to be evil. It's the fact that nobody notices them. That's the real disappointing part. It's like, man, is humanity really this bad at this shit? Is humanity really this bad at this shit? Like, what the fuck? Anyway, I don't get it. To be honest with you, I don't get it. It doesn't add up. It never adds up. This reality never adds up. Whatever's happening here, some sort of construct or fucking scripted system. Now, whether we are scripted by nature, a NPC sort of, or a character of a simulated reality, either that's happening, or we aren't supposed to be scripted, and there's some sort of technology being used against us that's making us scripted. Technology, chemical. Again, if you think in terms of control and power, and that demon is insatiable, isn't that what it would truly just want? The ability to push a button and make a whole neighborhood just freeze, and they can go in there and do whatever they want. Flip people's chairs upside down and bust their heads open, and kick people around, do whatever they want. They could do anything, and people just be frozen. I want total. I mean, if you're thinking in terms, I want total control of everything. As a psychopath that they are, with their unsatiable demon that's attached to them, like the gluttony demon gets attached to people, this control demon. They possess the mind, I think, of the individual. That's why I call it the mind virus. Or you could call them demons. You could call them archon agents, they physically manifest into the reality. Start talking about true shit and watch them pop up. They'll start calling you an agent and you a shill and blah, blah, blah. It's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? But anyways, it's, to the average human being, what I'm saying now would be white padded room crazy, I think. White pad room crazy. Like, this dude's lost his mind, he's crazy, but tell me how the fuck humanity got into the lowest level meat monkey state we could ever even try to comprehend on a daily basis and not get better. Actually seems like we're getting worse, if anything, consciously. It's like, how does that happen every day? And humanity never goes past this point. Like, we never grow enough food, get enough clean water, build enough shelter. We can never do anything. We're always doing something. There's always 20 billion going here and 20 billion going there 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 and 20 billion going there. And it's like, well, what's happening in motherfucking reality? I can still go to the hood and the hood's still the hood. I can still go to any place in the fucking world and find people starving. Where is everything going? Oh, well, right now we're in a conflict with the Ukraine or the Russia or whoever it is. And it's like, you fucking retards are the ones that create this conflict. What are you talking about? What are y'all actually doing? When you look into why they're actually doing the things that they're doing, it has nothing to do with conflict. They want something that's there or blah, blah, blah. They want the fucking uranium. They want the poppy fields. There's something there that they want. It may even be to just destroy old buildings, technologies that they don't want people to see or blah, blah, blah. But anyways, it's a Dookie Boy realm. How you guys been doing in the fucking Dookie Boy realm? I mean, again, like I could say actual life's not that bad for me again. It's not that bad. That illness sucked or whatever. That was the worst illness I had in my life. I dealt with it. It happened. And now I'm chilling. And outside of these, thinking about this reality, what am I supposed to do here? What's the point of this? Is there supposed to be some sort of meaning in this fucking hellish Dookie Boy realm of watching people suffer or suffering myself? Like, what's happening here? Why are the people that say that they're for me never actually for me? What's happening with these people? What are they doing? Oh, they're obviously lying to everybody. Hey, everybody, do you notice this? Bah. Hey, guys, wake up. Do you guys notice these people are raping us? And they're just like, bah. It's like, what the fuck's going on here? What's happening? This is a technology or, I don't know. Or humanity is very scripted. It just would have never happened this way. There's no way to explain how it happened this way. I hope I'm making my points, but it would have, no normal reality would have ever happened this way. Now, the other what if I was wondering is, are all of these streams, you know where, like I say, there's no truth. There's a million different truths. All of them have evidence to back up their arguments, but there's no solidified truth. And I thought, is it me not choosing a path? Is this a choose your own adventure book? Like if I went out into the woods, let's say, expecting to find a mystical creature that's going to lead me to a mystical realm. Call it a white rabbit. I'm going out into the woods specifically, but for me to generate that path of existence, I would have to do it. And there's evidence for people going missing in the woods, isn't there? If you know about national park stuff, people may say those are portals. I don't know, but there's a lot of evidence for people going missing, and lots of fucking people going missing in these national parks. Blah, blah, blah. It's like I haven't started my adventure yet, and there's all these different ones. I could go down this path and this path and this path, and maybe the truth would solidify, but I haven't chosen them. I'm still observing to see which one's the real truth. You know, that was one of the what ifs I was thinking recently. I'm like, man, maybe I just haven't. Maybe I'm supposed to get a group. Because I always like movies like that, like The Mist or the original Living Dead or whatever, like where it's a small handful of individuals, say like 4 guys, 4 girls, like a group of 8 people dealing with a weird situation. You know, I always like that kind of shit. But I mean, I don't want to deal with some horrible shit, but I mean, there's even the zombie path existence that's sort of starting to solidify. It's like, are we manifesting these, and whoever gets in that reality is choosing that tunnel to live in? Like that will solidify as their reality. You guys understand what I'm saying? I hope I'm making sense. It's like a multiverse reality, and we just haven't chosen which adventure we want to live yet. But I would get like, I don't know, I think it'd be cool to have like 10 or 20 people, like a group of people, and start doing something interesting, like really going out into the woods, looking to create adventure. It doesn't have to be something horrible, man. It could be like, I don't know, a stone moves and it's like some entrance to some tunnel that goes to an underground cave that's beautiful and like self-illuminating, and there's cool like energy butterflies flying around, or like, something beautiful, what I'm saying? Manifest a cool reality. This is the brain on overdrive. Mental comfort zone, mental comfort zone, mental comfort zone. I mean, I could see the cake fucking forming. It's just like, man, my brain's really good at doing that shit. And I think all our brains are good at doing that shit. I'm a creative, so it's easy for me to like come up with little pull at your heartstring happy moments. Oh, the darkness has arrived. The Dark Lord's coming back. But yeah, I think that would be cool. I mean, with maybe with 10 or 20 minds, we would manifest it super easy too. Like it would happen our first time out exploring the woods. Let's go out there and see. And don't be stupid. Like, don't send 3 people that way and 2 people that way because you're being strategic. Like, no, everyone stay together and shut the fuck up. Like, if you don't want to stay together, then fuck off. You know what I'm saying? Or you go that way and we'll meet you somewhere else later. Then if you want to be that type of split off type of person. I get trying to find more ground too, but it's like, dude, doesn't that splitting up the group always lead to more chaos? Every time. Every time. You end up not being able to find the other person, and you're both walking around sweating for hours on walkie-talkies in the fucking woods somewhere, just like hell no, bro. We're all staying together, and we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna fucking chill and have an adventure. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? I mean, maybe that's what's going on, but I don't know. That might be my brain's final attempts at creating a mental comfort zone. Not final. It's going to do that probably for the rest of my life. I think we're pre-programmed to want to be in a happy situation. Unfortunately, we're subjected to the Dookie Boy realm every time. And if that is true, then the path that I want to get on is the human spirit. This is the path that I want to get on. Okay, I'll create a what if right now. Is that the human spirit has this innate genetic spiritual code that's there. And it's sort of like once an indicator arises, like this is being attacked, it evolves spiritually to deal with said attacks. So you can say like a spiritual implementation was put in by the simulation creator to deal with any external viral attacks like the mind virus, we'll say. And once it senses enough poison and negativity done to the human spirit, that it evolves to deal with the situation, and that certain people who have good in their heart are going to evolve certain abilities and powers. That's what I want. I want to see good people that have the most beautiful, good-hearted intentions evolve with abilities and powers. And I want evil to evolve to where we can physically see them for what they really are on the outside. I want their faces to look how they truly are. I want no more illusions upon my eyes to them. I want to see them the way that they really are. I want to see the fucking lizards that they really are. I want to see, just like in Star Wars or whatever. Star Trek? No, Star Wars. The one fucking, lightsabers. Star Wars, bro. When they're evil, they start to look ugly and evil. I want to see evil the way that they really are. I want to see their face the way they really are. But I also want good people to fucking get powers. The ability to heal. The ability to... Somebody that ain't even got eyes in the socket to heal. To go like this, and eyeballs would be formed for them. You know what I'm saying? Like they would see again. Fuck me. Tell me what eye color you want, actually. We could customize the shit even. I think that'd be amazing. To be able to heal people. Why wouldn't... Like, if this was a good realm, why aren't there already humans with healing abilities? what if like one of your arteries is so backed up or something, and you just don't realize it because you've been eating unhealthy and something. But I could just walk up and like analyze you up down and literally see the spots on your body that are negative, that could be potentially fatal, and just remove them with my mind. Why wouldn't why wouldn't good people be granted abilities like that? Because this realm isn't about us having a good experience. It could be about us having the bad experience, right? Like the opposite realm. Like I don't know what to call us, hardcore souls. Like really looking for adventure. Like I'm good after this run, baby. I'm going back, and I'm not coming back to the opposite realm or whatever the fuck this Dookie Boy realm. I'm not coming back ever. And if someone's like, "Oh no, come this way, sir," I'm gonna push them into it. Say, "Fuck, you go and live there, motherfucker." Boom. Watch their little brain get wiped in the light. Like for real. If some entity's like pulling at my shoulder, like, "Yo, Chris, come this way. Oh, remember me? I'm your buddy Josh." And I know it's not really Josh. I know it's not really him. "Oh, come this way." I'm back. "Fuck you, motherfucker." But my worry now actually is that is it our beliefs that create the illusion that's projected to us in the afterlife? If I believe that I'm being chased by some mind virus the whole time, even when I leave this body, I better wear that. Am I potentially the one manifesting that paranoid reality? Because again, there's a difference between people that astral project and people that astral project with this belief that there is some sort of negative thing happening here. Well, are you the one manifesting it? And then is that your own consciousness presenting you your worst fears? You know what I'm saying? Is that your beliefs because you believe it and you've now detached? You're astral projecting in a way. You're a detached soul when you pass away. You're no longer attached to the avatar, so your soul goes somewhere. They say energy never dies. I would say that's probably true. Your consciousness doesn't die. I would say that, again, this could be a mental comfort zone, but there are a lot of people that astral project. I sort of did it one day, and so the soul or the awareness can be aware and present outside of the body. So that means that that's what we become when we die. We become this awareness type energy. And I think that awareness manifests where its mind is going. That's a scary place to be if you ain't ready for it. What if you think you're going to go to hell when you die? Because are you literally going to create a realm where you're burning? How long is it going to take you to realize you're the God that did it to yourself? Like, how long are you going to sit in that hell realm? That's what I would want to know. Just burn. That's literally the mind virus reaching into this reality, even putting that thought out there into the psyche of human beings. That's pure evil. You're going to go to a place because you weren't this perfect angel. It's like, but I was plugged into this meat monkey avatar that desired low-level things, sex and blah, blah, desires and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why'd you plug me into that creature then? If you wanted me to be this perfect Jesus angel creature to then punish me later for not being that thing. It's like, you put me at a level 1 creature, though. You should have put me at level 10. What are you doing? So it's like that. You couldn't. How could you punish a creature for being the way that it is? That's sadistic. That's just a totally sadistic, evil God. If we're agreeing to that, I don't agree to that. I think that's bizarre, but I'd say if you believe that when you leave this realm, there's a AI mind virus entity thing that's there all the time, you're probably going to manifest that in your experience. Because a lot of people that astral project really love astral projecting up until the point that they start thinking that, you guys get what I'm saying? That maybe something bad's actually going on here because I'm just happy and having fun. Well, that's what you were projecting, a reality that was happy and having fun. Then once you start thinking about that evil shit, then all of a sudden you realize this thing's being deceptive and and it's like, well, maybe you're manifesting that. Manifest a reality where everybody's eyebrows are super thick, like this big. Manifest a reality where everybody's lips are super big. Manifest something different and show to yourself that it's you that's creating this enemy in your own mind. You are a detached energy. How could anything control a detached energy? Control is the human avatar. This is a limited. The human avatar is a limited, like a governed vehicle. Like the car can actually go 160 miles per hour, but it stops accelerating at 95 or whatever. It's governed. The human, the human's not governed. The human is governing the soul. That's what I'm trying to say. The human is governing. The human avatar is a governor of the soul. It makes us this lower. So it does sort of feel like a trap, to be honest. But if it's the opposite realm, of course it wouldn't be an enjoyable experience. That opposite realm sort of makes sense. I mean, I see that everywhere. It's the upside down realm, the opposite realm. It makes sense because none of it makes sense. That's why it makes sense, because none of it makes sense. But anyways, I'm done ranting for now, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this one off, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.